think that science or atheism can be as relatively moral as religion, because in science there's obviously a lot of amazing things, such as like medical science is brilliant, that's good, that benefits everyone, but there's also been some bad things that have like done a lot of damage to the world, such as like biological weapons, nuclear weapons. So I think, and obviously same with religion, there's a lot of good stuff in the Bible, and there's obviously a lot of stuff bad or not, or hard to understand. Some good things like love your neighbour as yourself, or treat one with respect, some things like that. And obviously there's the stuff that's been going on in the Catholic Church with all the Ryan Court and all that. So it's like, it's not necessarily, I think, atheism or science or Christianity problem, it's just the people and what they do.
With regard to science, science is on a slightly different realm than religion, and science is more a method of approaching the truth, or getting as close as we can to the truth. And the method that science uses is by forming a hypothesis that something may be the case, and then testing whether that can be disproven. And the more and more times that a particular hypothesis stands up despite being tested, the closer we reckon we are to knowing what is true. Now, it may not be true, but it's as close as we get. Religion is slightly different. See, religion is a claim to already have the truth. Religion is mostly is saying the creator of the universe has told us that this is the truth. Your approach tonight, which I'm kind of interested to hear, is slightly different. It is that we are gradually finding out more and more based on our experiences as human beings, which I would share. I just don't find it necessary to add to that that there is a supernatural creator that has to be in the equation. I mean, what you're talking about could just as easily be valid without a supernatural creator, and I'm just not sure why it is necessary to add that into the equation.
Well, I made a few points in my talk. For example, how does one, and again, no one has addressed this as yet, so perhaps it's as well just to raise it again before we finish. How does someone who believes that the universe comes to be and is as part of a mindless, purposeless process, the kind of thing that Dawkins said, and he's not the only one who said that, that kind of ultimately and originally the universe is, material, okay, just matter and energy in a sense. There's no purpose, there's no values at all. How does somebody who believes that account for the idea that human beings, every human being, can have intrinsic value? That seems to me to be kind of a crunch question here. Is it just that you believe it, that people have a value because you just want it? It's kind of a wishful thinking, as I suggested in my talk. Or is it that you recognise that there is some objective, inherent value in human beings, but how can that be if they're just accidents? That's what they are.
Well, there's a jump first of all from saying the Dawkins quote, which is about how the laws of the universe operate, or seem to operate. And what he's talking about there in terms of laws are not laws as in something that you have to do, but laws as in descriptions of what appears to be happening. It's a jump to say that those descriptions of how the universe began did not include values like that, to saying that they could not have evolved. He's not saying that people are pitiless, which is one of the adjectives in the description. I can't remember the rest of it, but he's not arguing that people fulfill that description. He's arguing that the way that the universe seems to operate in terms of the laws of the universe are. I would actually personally go a little bit further. Excuse me, I'm trying to hold this about the way than you in terms of intrinsic value. I have tried in my references to not refer to human beings but to sentient beings, and I think that over time morality will evolve to recognise that other sentient beings, the other animals, because we are just animals, have similar claims to having their well-being suffering taken into account in morality. And I think that that's one of the the difficulties of most religious beliefs is because religious beliefs tended to evolve initially at a time when humans, were considering ourselves to be superior to every other being. There's a kind of a wishful thinking built into it, in my view, that the creator of the universe, out of all of the solar systems and galaxies in the universe, picked one planet and one solar system and one species on that planet and said, this is what I created everything for. It's for this species, and coincidentally it happens to be us, which is pretty useful for us as people who have decided that that's what the creator of the universe wanted. I think it's far more likely that whether or not there was a creator of the universe, that the universe it does not exist for the purpose of human beings. That we have a greater vested interest in seeing ourselves as somehow unique than actually is the case in reality. And I think that morality has to extend and will extend, I'm confident, in future generations beyond human beings.
I think maybe if you want to save your response to that for the summaries, and we'll just do that now.